One important thing to understand about the behavior of waves is that they can be refracted. And this has to do with any sort of wave. A light wave is refracted through water. Seismic waves are refracted through the liquid outer core of the Earth. And waves in the ocean are also refracted. So when we're talking about refraction, we're talking about a bending of the waves. And this is because as the wave approaches the shoreline, it is slowed down. There's a drag along the bottom of the wave, and that does slow it down. If the wave was coming in perfectly parallel to the shoreline, it would all get slowed down at the same time. But waves actually come in almost parallel, but not quite parallel to the shoreline. So the parts of the wave can get slowed down more quickly. And that would be a smooth shoreline. But then if we throw in an irregular shoreline, the wave energy gets bent towards whatever sticks out furthest into the water. So the wave energy is concentrated on any landform that's sticking out into the ocean. And we can see that here in this example. So these, we can see the waves in the ocean here. And the way that they're gonna move is if we draw a line perpendicular to the waveform itself. So here's the top or the crest of this wave here. This arrow is shown so it's crossing at a right angle here. And if we start down here and then we keep going around, we're going to see that this is bent out in this direction here. On the other side, it's bent in this direction here. So the energy from the waves is concentrated on this thing that we call a headland. And a headland can be any landform that sticks out into the water, sort of an outcrop of rock in the water from the shoreline. And oftentimes lighthouses are put in locations like this because they are out the furthest in the water and would be the first place that a ship would see as it's coming in. So that's where the energy would be concentrated, and that headland is not going to be there forever. All of the energy of the waves are going to pound against that and erode it away. On the other hand, where we have these beach deposits, all of the energy is going off to the side, and there's very little energy getting back into this area here. So this area is not as likely to get eroded away, and all of that stuff that's getting broken up here could be deposited as beach back in these little inlets here. So the headlands get eroded away and the beaches get deposited. And here's an example here showing that. We can see how these waves are getting bent around, especially like in this area here, in this area here. And they're being concentrated on the headlands, which are off to the side here. And very little energy is getting back to this small beach, sometimes called a pocket beach, which is located way back here.